Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscribers and if this is your first time, I welcome you. So today we are going to be learning how to make this beautiful dress. So let's get started. So I'm going to be using this material. It's called georgette. It's like thick chiffon. Okay, so I am going to be using, you can use just 2.5 yards for this, okay, depending on the length. So you know that normally the length of this type of material is by 60, so I'm folding it into two, so that means we have 30 inches. So that is going to be our width. This is going, the 30 inches will be how wide our dress is going to be. Now I need to fold again to achieve the length. I want the dress to be length 40, so plus 1 inch hemming allowance, so I'm going to be measuring 41. Okay, so measure 41 and I'm going to fold it again into two, so that means our fabric will be folded into 4. If you're working with this type of material, you have to be gentle and careful with it because it is very light, so it's not stable, so it moves easily. So you have to be cautious when you are cutting or when you are trying to get your measurements right. So now I'm just going to cut off the remaining parts of it. So I'm just trying to, I told you that the fabric is light, so you have to keep on measuring. So I'm just measuring just to be sure that I have the right measurements. So I'm just going to cut off the excesses like that, so that I'm going to know that this is exactly what I am working with and it will be easier to work with. So I'm just cutting it like so. So that means our fabric is folded into 4. We will be cutting both the front and the back together. Under 5 minutes you can cut this, and within 10-15 minutes you are done sewing and cutting. So it's very easy to do. Just follow my direction and my step. So I'm just trying to arrange it. You'll be needing your normal measurements, your normal horizontal measurements for this, but just follow what I am doing. So I'm placing my shoulder measurements into 2. So I'm placing 8 inches, half of my shoulder measurements on it, like so, just like the normal way we place horizontal measurements. Then for my neck width, I'm using 4 inches. This is totally dependent on you. Then for my back depth, I am using 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches for the back depth. Please note that you can use any measurements you desire. Okay, this is what I want and this is exactly what worked for me. And for the front, I'm going to be using 3.5 inches for my neck depth for the front. You can try to use 3 inches, just do what works for you. And since we are cutting the back and the front together, that was why I marked it at the same time. So now for the armhole measurement, you get your normal armhole measurement from your shoulder slope and you come up by 1 inch. That is how I normally do it because this clothes is sleeveless, so I don't want, you know, the side boobs to be showing because there won't be sleeve to cover it up, you know. So I usually come up by 1 inch, half inch, you know. Just do what works for you. Try it out and you see the results, because if you use the normal armhole measurement, it's going to come down a bit, and if you're a bit busty or something, your boobs might be showing if you don't wear something underneath. So you come up by 1 inch, it works perfectly well. After coming up by 1 inch, so let's say that your armhole is 8.5, you come up by 1 inch, so you're marking 7.5 from there, from your shoulder slope. Now we're going to be placing our bust measurement here, but I'm not going to be putting zipper here, so I'm going to be using my largest measurement, which is my hip. plus 2 inches for ease. If you're going to be using zipper, you can use your normal bust measurements, then you can add maybe like 1 inch for ease, then 1 inch for sewing allowance to it. Or if your fabric is stretchy, but my fabric is not stretchy, I am not using zipper. That's why I'm using the largest measurement, and also I want a bit of ease, so that is why I added 1 extra inches for ease. Now we need our waistline. On your waistline too, you can use your normal waist measurement plus 1 inch as ease, but I want it to be free, like I said earlier, because I'm not going to put in zipper. So I'm going to be putting the same measurements that I used on my chest line minus ½ inch. You can decide to just use the same thing, but I just still wanted it to be a bit slimmer than the upper part. That was why I reduced it by ½ inch. This is totally up to you. Okay, so you connect it together. I'm just trying to measure. I told you that this fabric shakes a lot, so I'm just trying to measure it again, just to be sure that I am on the right track. It is very important. So now you know that we folded this fabric into 2 by the length, so that means the width is 30 inches. You can decide to make yours smaller or bigger, but trust me, I think that 30 inches is perfect. Okay, now you're going to come down by 1.5 from your waistline. This is the main part. From your waistline, you come down by 1.5 and you extend the line just like you see me do. Okay, you extend the line. So now you can take the same measurement you use on your chest line, or you can use the one on your waist. But I'm using the one on my chest line, which is my hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches, placing it like that. Then I added 6 more inches, so you can add between 5 to 6 inches. Then you connect to your waistline. You can see, I hope you can see what I am doing. Then you connect to your waistline like so. Just make sure that it's perfectly curved. Okay, you can see I told you under 5 minutes you are done with this. This is as simple as you can, as simple as it can get. Okay, so you're going to extend that line down to where you want it to end, and ours is 30 inches. Like I said, it can be smaller and it can be bigger, but if you don't make it bigger, but who am I to tell you what to do? That's on a lighter mode. Okay, so do what works for you. If you want the same results that I achieved, just do it exactly the way I did it. So now I want to extend my shoulder. This is totally optional, so I'm going to be extending my shoulder. I want it to just extend a bit over to my arm. Okay, so I'll be extending it by 1 inch. You can decide to just leave yours as it is, or you can even further extend it more. Then you connect to where you extend it like this. There's no too much paparazzi. So I just wanted a bit of it to just shoot out. That is totally dependent on you. So now the next thing is to arrange your fabric and be sure that they are perfectly laid down well before you go to cut. You can use different fabric for this. You can use crepe, you can use duchess or silk. Okay, so I'm using this georgette, which is fabric which is perfect. Okay, then I'm supposed to put the extension on the shoulder slope, not the original shoulder. So I'm just going to bring down the extension and put it on where the shoulder is starting from, the shoulder slope. Then I'll connect like so. If you've gotten to this point and you're yet to subscribe, kindly smash the subscribe button. It is so much free. very free, no additional money. And if you have any question, put it in the comment section. If you're going to be trying this out as well, put it in the comment section. So I am done cutting. You can see how it is looking. It's looking all beautiful, prim and proper like that. So you go ahead and you cut your facing for your neckline and your armhole, or you can use bias depending on what you want and your preference, and how you want to finish it is totally up to you. I'm going to be using bias for mine, okay, because I don't want anything to be dangling out. That's just what I prefer anyways for this particular dress. So after you are done sealing up your neckline, all you need to do now is to join your shoulders together. Now watch how the magic will happen. After joining your shoulders, just watch carefully how you are going to join the sides, because it's very important, and that is what is going to give you the shape that you desire, how to achieve that effect that you saw, that draping effect. So you just sew round like that till that point. That is where you stop. Then you now separate it and you sew it, hem it separately, the side separately like that, as if you are hemming the side of buba or your bubu. You repeat the same thing for the other side. You hem it separately, then you hem the down part and you iron. So that is that about that. Now this is the final result. Ta-da! Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer with the do you prefer it with the belt or without the belt? This is beautiful. Like, the camera is not doing justice to how beautiful this is. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. Thank you very much. Bye.